On Monday, April 8th, 2024, North America experienced a solar eclipse. The Audubon Sanctuary at 6.5 Station was in the zone of the partial eclipse, and it could be asked, how might the animals respond to this? Would they sell their possessions and repent from their sins? Would the birds fly upside down? Would nocturnal animals come out? Well, being in the zone of the partial eclipse, from an animal's standpoint, the amount of sunlight might be that more or less of a cloudy day. And so the answer to the question is, how did the animals react to this eclipse? For the most part, from my observation, they didn't. So at the height of the eclipse, as you can see here, the ring-necked ducks, mute swans, were swimming around as they had been prior to the eclipse. The tree swallows were feeding on insects as they had been prior. The palm warbler that I had observed foraging in the underbrush near the wetland prior to the eclipse was doing the same at its height. The red-winged blackbirds were still calling. The muskrat that had been swimming around prior to the eclipse was still swimming around. The slate-colored juncos and song sparrows, which were foraging on the ground, were still doing so. And the bird songs were about the same. I did not start to hear the spring peepers, which might start to sing when evening approached. These first two pictures depict a number of painted turtles on two adjacent logs prior to the eclipse. And then at the height of the partial eclipse in Orange County, there were a few fewer turtles, but the majority were still there. In conclusion, the partial eclipse, which was experienced in this Audubon Sanctuary in Orange County, New York, did not seem to affect the wildlife in any way that I could observe.